To live in a world of make-believe, you have to let go. Free your mind and your soul. Just make a choice and I will follow. Let your love out, 'cause you can't live without. You have to let go. Free your mind and your soul. Just make a choice and I will follow. Let your love out, 'cause you can't live
Welcome to the Solavei All In Webinar. We're excited to have you join us tonight. I'm Larry Wallace, here to introduce to you our founder and CEO, Ryan Wirch. Ryan will be sharing several new announcements, introducing
Check 1 2 3. Check check check. Checking 1 2 3. Check check check. Check 1.
All right, welcome to the Solavei All In Webinar. We're excited to have you join us tonight. And I'm Larry Wallace. I'm here to introduce to you our founder and CEO, Ryan Wirch. Ryan will be sharing with you several new announcements, interacting with members, and providing key updates during the presentation tonight. He proved he's all in during our recent Las Vegas event and is now ready to share with you how you too can go all in. And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you our founder and CEO, Mr. Ryan Wirch. Ryan?
Larry, thank you, and welcome all of you across the country. Tonight we have well over 10,000 people right now watching, and the numbers keep growing. In fact, I just landed about an hour ago from San Francisco from meetings through the day, and as I came here I was getting updates of how the lines have already been jamming up. So I'm really trusting that everyone is able to be on the call tonight, be able to watch this webinar. I know we have people listening through audio, we have people watching this live via the webinar, and I got to tell you, as I was on the plane flying here this afternoon, I had to go back and think about where we were 1 year ago. 1 year ago, about 5 days ago, was a webinar that we did, not via video, but through a click-through presentation. We had about 1,500 to 2,000 people listening in, a company that was not yet launched, but everyone had great anticipations of what was coming. And you know what, to see where we are today, it is nothing short of amazing to see how we have actually shifted distribution across this country and have truly created a wave of momentum that is affecting literally thousands upon thousands of people's lives. And I look forward to this over the next few minutes, sharing with you why Solavei is so well positioned to not only create the social commerce revolution as we have, but frankly, to do what no other company has done before. And you know, you go and right now look at the simplicity of our message, the mission of our company, to make commerce less expensive yet profitable. And you know, when you really think about that for a second, it's that whole mission that comes to life, I believe, because the fuel that's behind this mission is the vision of this company, which is to positively impact millions of people's lives around the world. And to see how that's already happening, to be able to see that not be something that we're just talking about, but something that is actually happening every single day. I was in Modesto, California this past weekend with hundreds and hundreds of some of the most incredible Solavei members that were there. Great leadership that's there in that area. And when I was able to hear the stories of how Solavei has impacted people's lives just because they shifted how distribution was being done and grabbed hold of who Solavei is, all of us together, we're on purpose. And we're all at the beginning of something that we'll all look back, I truly believe, a decade from now and say, you know what, we were there. We were there within that first year. Many of you were there before Solavei even went live. And you know, when you think about what has happened in the short period of time, and right now tonight, I just want you to know that this is a momentum-building moment that is happening right now, because as excited as I was last July of 2012, I am more excited today than I have ever been before, because of where we are, and frankly, I know what's coming. And all the things that I saw, all the things the executive team has seen, all the things that many of you that are leaders across this country have grabbed hold of as your own, where you have embraced the vision, it's all in process, and it's all happening today. And today we're being seen right now as one of the fastest growing social commerce companies in the United States and frankly throughout the world. And being down in the Silicon Valley area today and hearing how people are talking about us, Solavei, a company that isn't just an idea, it's a company that is literally moving tens upon tens upon tens upon tens of millions of dollars of commerce all through this new methodology of distribution, which is through people, which is through you. And you know, in some of the highlights that's happened over the past 10 months, which has caused me to be all in, and I know has caused so many of you to be all in with this company, is obviously the tremendous growth that we've had happen as a company, with now over 200,000 members across the United States, all a part of Solavei. And when you stop for a moment, you just think, 10 months. In 10 months, over 200,000 people. Over 200,000 people not just clicking like or follow or accept. These are over 200,000 people that have actually committed with their wallets, have actually said, you know what, I want to be a part of this. Not somebody that just signed up in a pre-registration and they hope that something would happen. It's happening. We have already started that flywheel effect, and it's moving faster and faster and faster every single day. Just a couple weeks ago, we had the great honor of being recognized as one of the top 10 most innovative cloud computing companies in the world. And I was invited to come and spend an afternoon with the CEO of the largest technology company in the United States, in the world, Microsoft, along with 10 other CEOs from around the world, all because of what we've created here. Because what people are seeing now is this is a platform. This is a technology that's creating a shift. And more importantly, it's empowering individuals to take the reins every single day. And you look about what has happened just in the course of the last 3 weeks. We actually surpassed the top 4 mobile operators, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and Sprint. The number of impressions, both in online and social, over 1 billion impressions has happened because of you. This is not us as Solavei, as corporate team going out and putting a lot of capital behind commercials in television and print and in radio. Those over 1 billion impressions happened because of you. Because you took hold of the platform that's here. You took hold of Solavei and what we're doing, and every single day you're sharing it. And what's happening now is the more you're sharing it, the more it's actually catching on, and every single day you're creating imprint after imprint after imprint. And I love one of the stories I heard last week is somebody said, you know, I kept seeing on Facebook Solavei week after week after week, and you know, I just didn't understand it, and then I started seeing it more and more, and every day it started wearing me down to where when it came time for my mobile contract to expire, Solavei was a natural choice. And it's all because of you, and that's happening now by the thousands upon thousands, and it's exciting to see what's happening because of what you're doing and sharing Solavei every day. The most important part, though, is seeing that now paying over $12 million to you, our members, in the form of $20 or $40 or $100. But more importantly, the over 10,000 people that have free mobile service and that have great benefit because of Solavei, all because you one day said yes to being a part of this social commerce revolution that many of you about 10 months ago said yes to. Many of you, it might have been a month ago that you said, you know what, I'm glad that I'm here. And here's the great news. 330 million people in this country carry mobile phones. 300 plus million people have primary services in their life that they use every single day. Over 5 billion people around the world. You're just at the beginning. I still believe you are at the very place where Mark Zuckerberg was when he was in his dorm room on his computer, and he was pushing the enter button today, and this isn't a hope. You're here today, and this isn't a hope every single day. This is a happening every single day with Solavei. You know, I'm going to take you through a story that I actually shared. We had our first annual shareholders and board meeting about 3 weeks ago, and you know, as y'all know, we've put over close to now $30 million of investment into Solavei to build this platform, to build what we have here, to create what has never been done before. And I want to take you through a story that I told them, and I think it draws a great parallel of what you have in your hand. There's many of you that are here today a part of Solavei because you like the $49 a month unlimited mobile service, or you like the future services that are coming. But I want you to know that this isn't a company that's just about a few shareholders. It's not a company about just a corporate executive team doing well. This company is about you. This company is about you being the ones that are the beneficiaries because of what you and us together are creating. And there goes a story back in 1995. There was a man who had a vision for a company. He had learned, and he was in New York City at the time. His name was Jeff Bezos, who, as many of you know, is the founder and CEO of Amazon. And he had a vision to create a new distribution platform. In fact, in New York City, before he moved to Seattle, Washington, he had seen that the e-commerce portion of the internet was going to produce a 2,600% annualized growth. Now, this is amazing. If you go back to 95 and 96, many of you who were very active in the internet at the time will probably remember that e-commerce was something that was almost a myth. Because no one really trusted putting your credit card into your computer. No one trusted that you were going to get shipped something, that you could actually return something. People really didn't understand it at that time. But yet he had a vision because he heard this. He said, you know what, we can create a new distribution platform. And here's what he did. He came up with 20 products that he believed he could sell on the internet through this distribution platform he was creating. He ultimately narrowed it down to 5, and then ultimately started with 1, books. Many of you remember probably in 1995, 96, everyone talked about Amazon was what? It was a book company on the internet. Now, if you look at what happened at that time, and in its first year of business, they were doing about $20,000 a month in business. In their first full year of business, they did $15 million in revenues. That grew to about $140 million the next year, grew to about $600 million the next year. In 1998, he had a vision. He said, you know what, someday we'll do $10 billion in revenues. We'll create a distribution platform. Now, I think all of us know the story of Amazon today. Ultimately, I sent this email to my executive team a little over 3 weeks ago when I told them on the day that Amazon actually broke through $300 share price with their market cap. On that day, they went over $140 billion in value. They surpassed now $60 billion in revenues, and ultimately would say that they proved it out. Now, here's what I want to share with you. All of us together here today with Solavei are here at the beginning, and I want to let you know and how this parallels what Amazon did. They created a distribution platform beginning with books. We have created a social commerce platform where we have begun with mobile. But just as Amazon started with books and very rapidly began going product after product after product, just like me today, we get 90% of our groceries today. Chantel, when she orders them, about 90% of our groceries comes directly from Amazon Fresh and so many of the other things in our life. But now, when you think about Amazon in the first year of business, that 1996, their first full year, $15 million in revenues, do you realize in our first year, we will do almost 5 times that much in our very first year of business. And you look at the vision that we've had with this company. In fact, I remember saying to the executive team at the beginning of last year that we will do over $10 billion in revenues, mark my word. And you look at the growth curve that we already have happening as a company. With the growth in members. And more important than the growth in members, this is the growth in distribution, person to person, on primary services that you're using every single day. That's what you've got a hold of, and that's what we together are building on a daily basis. So tonight's about going all in. I thought it was important just to set the vision very clear, and to also let all of you know, because we don't have a lot of time to talk. We don't spend enough time together being able to share with each other about what's happening across this country and the momentum that's taking place, and ultimately what is happening with Solavei and how it's going to personally affect yours, and I believe every person, because of you, that get into Solavei are going to be affected as well positively. And with going all in, that means doing everything we can to get Solavei into the marketplace. And one of the things we announced at the beginning of this month was high five and get $25, and where we've invested back into you, our members, where we've taken and we said, you know what, it's important for us to help you not only benefit personally, but also to help you help that new person coming into Solavei benefit immediately when they come in, again, for that $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. And with the high five and get $25, that goes through tomorrow night at midnight. So I encourage all of you, do everything you can. Every person you've been talking to, I encourage you to get back to them. Again, that ends tomorrow night, July 31st at midnight. Take full advantage of it. You know, we've seen so many things happen across the country over the last couple of months, beginning in May, where we began the city takeover launch. And many of you may have asked the question, why are these city takeovers happening? What is the real reason behind it? And many of you remember one of the things that we said at the beginning of Solavei is we are creating a multi-billion-dollar brand. Well, just like some of the largest multi-billion-dollar brands, when they go into markets where someone may not know who they are, or they might not be recognizable as a primary service in that area, and I'll use the example of an AT&T. Let's say they're not in a city, and one day they put up towers, and they put up their network. What do? Very quickly, they go out, and they do the marketing, they do the campaigns, they put in the stores, they hire people, they train them, and they open their doors hoping to get foot traffic 30 days later. Well, no different than those large brands is exactly what Solavei has been doing. And it's been a methodology that's been incredibly strategic to what is building towards September 21st. And our goal is with 26 cities across the country that by the end of this fall, September the 21st, our one-year anniversary when we go live across the country, there won't be anyone in those 26 cities that won't at least have had an impression, meaning they've seen the brand Solavei somewhere at some time. And so we began first in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We've ultimately carried this out now to 11 cities across the country, from Boise down to Miami and Orlando and McAllen, Texas. I was there in McAllen, Texas with a packed place, incredible, excited Solavei members. And you know what, in McAllen, Texas, I would say everybody in McAllen now knows who Solavei is or has at least seen the brand. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, where we started, you think about it, they've got 150 retail stores between Sprint and Verizon and T-Mobile and AT&T and the other brands that are there. Yet in Tulsa alone, we have over 6,000 members across Tulsa, and when you see the cars being wrapped, when you see the flags on corners, people know who Solavei is in that city. And that's what's happening, because what's going on is you are planting the seeds of easiness. And what do I mean by that? Seeds of easiness means when somebody sees a brand, they recognize the brand. When they embrace the brand, when they respect the brand, when it comes to them actually partaking in the brand, they do it. You're the ones right now that are creating the seeds for the harvest in the future for when people begin seeing Solavei and being offered Solavei. It's very easy transition from using primary services where they've been to now being with Solavei. And that's all going to play out over the next course of the next couple years. You're going to see this happen across this country. Well, I'm proud tonight to be able to announce the next 7 cities we have with our city takeover. Tonight I'm announcing that Seattle, Washington, Minneapolis, Detroit, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, as well as San Diego and Phoenix are our next 7 cities that we have being taken over. And we're going to paint those cities purple, where at the end of the month of August, everyone in those cities are at least one time going to have seen an imprint of Solavei, whether it's been a car that's been wrapped or whether it's from somebody that's been wearing it or they keep hearing it or seeing it on Facebook, Twitter, or they're seeing the press that's about it. And I'll just say something as well. Hopefully y'all saw the Inc. magazine article this week. We've got article upon article that's being published over the course of the next several weeks. It is intensifying every day, from technology to lifestyle, where people are seeing Solavei as being very successful in impacting people's lives in a new way of distribution and a new platform that enables individuals to be the ones that benefit from it today. And so with the city takeovers, what we encourage everyone to do is one of the first things is to wrap it. Wrap your car. And there are so many stories that have come in about our members who have wrapped their cars. And this is the driving billboards across cities, that literally tens of thousands of impressions happen because of cars throughout the course of a week going from one spot in the city to another, where individuals can see the brand of Solavei and be able to learn more about it. Well, yesterday it was really great. I was actually on Facebook yesterday, and I love reading a lot of the stories that you guys post and a lot of things that you talk about. And here's one that I heard. In fact, that bottom left picture that you see in front of you right now, that big F-350, well, that is Mike Rogers and Mike and Heather Rogers' truck. And it's unreal. I actually saw it a couple weeks ago live and in person, and it definitely captures your attention. In fact, at nighttime, a lot of the primary logo of Solavei is fluorescent and actually lights up. Well, here is something that Mike posted on Facebook yesterday. He said, "I just stopped outside Dallas to hit the washroom at 3 a.m. with Heather, and a lady pulled in to get gas, and she saw my truck. Asked me some questions about Solavei. Came over to me and asked me some questions about Solavei. She said she's sick of Sprint and is ready to enroll with Solavei. And is ready to enroll with Solavei. And she has 3 more people that is ready to enroll with her. Her desire is to get started by saving money every month. Then she wants to earn free service, and then she wants her overall goal to be to build extra income. That night, 4 SIM cards. She's now focused on getting 20 people together so he can come do a presentation for her." He said, "I love Solavei. Wrap it." And there's something I'm going to talk about in a second. For those of you who have your vehicles wrapped, what we're going to do for those of you who are thousandaires coming to the All In Bash on September 21st. We'll talk about it in a moment. The next is for you to wear it. And I love the branding of Solavei. I love purple. Every time I see purple, I think Solavei. And I think so many of you, I've heard you say, that purple is the new black. We have the Solavei Gear store, solaveigear.com. You're able to go there and trick yourself out with your portion of your closet that's all purple. In fact, you can wear it. You can be carrying it in your mug, branded on your car. And one of the new jerseys that we have, one of the new pieces of branding that we have in this company is this Solavei jersey. And in fact, last week I was so honored by all of our employees here. They actually took the very first one that came out and they branded it. It's Solavei. It's $49, obviously, for that $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. And then all of our employees signed all over the jersey, and it was incredibly special to me to have that. And here's what we're going to do tonight. And I told the team this somewhat last minute, and so here's what I'd like all of you to do tonight. Is I would like to go to the Facebook page, Solavei's Facebook page, facebook.com/Solavei, and I want you to tell us, and this is what I want you to write. I started getting free mobile service with Solavei and you pick the month. Whether it was in July, whether it was in January, whether it was in last October, or whether you know you're going to be getting it in August, or you're going to get it in September, or you're going to get it in November. I want you to put it out there, and here's what we're going to do. I've asked them to take at least 5 of these jerseys. We may even have to do more than that, but to take a minimum of 5 of these jerseys, and I want them randomly to pick tonight from our Facebook page 5 individuals that we're going to be giving these first new jerseys to that are hot off the press, and it's going to be exciting. So light up Facebook, light up our Facebook page tonight. I asked them, I want them to print them out. I want to see them all myself, and I look forward to being able to root on with you the great things that's happening with Solavei. A big part of this with the company is a recognition that we continually want to do, because it's not just about earning free mobile service or making just a couple extra $100 a month. Or just that extra $20 off of your monthly mobile service bill. But this is about people. And you know what? Every day I get amazed at how amazing the individuals are that are associated with Solavei. And, we're continually talking here in the corporate offices here in Seattle, Washington, about how amazing our members are. And we have these big, big screens here throughout our corporate facilities where we're rotating continually our members that are doing great things with us from across the country. And, we're always wanting to find new ways to be able to put more fuel behind you to help you see your life positively impacted. That's a lot of investment on the company from company standpoint, but it's really what this is all about. Because go back to the vision of this company is to positively impact millions of people's lives for good. And that sometimes can happen because it's an extra $20 or $200 or $300 or $1,000 a month, but also can come by being recognized because of what you're doing by being a part of Solavei. And we're not going to stop doing it. In fact, we're going to intensify it. And that's what I'm looking forward to as we move into our first year, the end of our first year, as we move into year number 2 with Solavei. You're going to see even us go to a new level as it relates to wrapping our arms around our members and embracing you, because you are the ones that are creating this movement across the country. And what we have coming up here on September the 21st is our 1-year anniversary, the All In Solavei Bash here in Seattle, Washington, where we're going to be having literally, I believe it's going to be one of the biggest events that's ever happened as a 1-year anniversary of anything ever. And here's why. We're going to be live here in Seattle, Washington on September the 21st. This live event, and many of you heard or you've seen the video of our launch event that happened 10 months ago. Well, I got to tell you, we are going to have an amazing, amazing time here in Seattle, Washington on September 21st. But it's not just going to be here in Seattle because it's going to be a limited crowd that is coming to Seattle to be a part of this. To me, what was important? It was important that we were able to have everyone across the United States to be able to be a part of the September 21st All In Solavei Bash. And so this is one of the reasons why you're seeing the city takeovers happen. Because what's going to take place on that day is we're going to be broadcasting live directly from here in Seattle, Washington, to across the country, to all the bashes that are taking place. When I was in Modesto on Saturday night, they're planning to have over 500 people just there in Modesto, California, taking part in the Solavei Bash. And they're going to have their own bash live while we're doing ours, pumping directly in, a party of all parties where everyone there can be a part of the announcements that's going to be taking place, because you're not going to want to miss it. In fact, every person that's been on the peripheral of hearing about Solavei, you're going to want to have them there. You're going to want to have them a part of that event, because what's going to take place at that will be, I believe it will be an ignition point for those individuals. And go back to just last year, September 21st, when we launched the company, and what happened to bring us from start to over 200,000 people 10 months later. And then you imagine, when we get to September 21st, we're going to have well over 250,000 people a part of Solavei. That's now the launching pad. What's going to happen the next year? What's going to take place on that night, at that bash, across this country, live, is an opportunity for you to be a part of making history. So you're not going to miss out. And what I encourage you to do is start planning, start building for your September 21st Solavei Bash, All-In Bash, there in your own city. So whether it's one of the 26 cities where we know we're going to have hundreds and hundreds, and I just want you to picture this for a second. We could try to get a lot of people, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people to come to Seattle, and you spend thousands upon thousands of dollars coming here. But you know what? That does not align with the mission of this company, of positively impacting people's lives, of making commerce less expensive yet profitable. You know what it's about? It's about taking what we do here and get it out there. And what I'd rather you do is be able to drive across town and be a part of this event, and all those that surround you to be a part of this event. And across this country, if you have 26 cities have between 300 and 500 people, if you have another 80 or 100 towns that have anywhere between 10, 50, and 100 people, if you have homes across this country, we should have over 15,000 people at our first annual national event all across this country, partaking in this together. One of the things we put with this is the very first 500 members who have 3 trios by September 1st is going to get one of the big Solavei Bash boxes loaded with party gear In fact, I was being shown some of it last week. It's great stuff. You're not going to want to not have it. So do everything you can by September 1st. Be one of the first 500 people to get one of the bash boxes. Thousandaires, all of you across the country, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you across the country, you're invited to be here live, a part of this on September the 21st. That's going to go to the very first 250 people that are registered. Because this is going to be a live production, we are going to be limited on the size of the space. And so only 250 of our thousandaires are going to be able to be here because of the production that's going to be done that night. And we're looking so forward to that night being able to recognize your achievements in front of everyone across the United States for what you've done, and really created a great mark and frankly a great example for so many people who want to be thousandaires themselves and be a part of what Solavei is doing. Another thing we're announcing tonight is those of you that are thousandaires that actually drive your fully wrapped vehicle to Seattle, we are going to take care of the gas. Because we've already heard so many of you are wanting to drive your vehicles from different parts of the country. And here's what I want. I want to see so many Solavei vehicles driving up and down the Seattle where in one day everyone says, what in the world is Solavei? What in the world has happened with this company? And seeing car after car after car, up to $1,000. We're going to take care of your gas and getting you here to be a part of the Solavei All In Bash. We are going to have the time of our lives on September the 21st here in just 2 months. Well, one of the things we would like for you to do, you know, we see so many great representations every day of your excitement, your enthusiasm with Solavei, and how you every day are carrying this brand with you because you are the brand ambassadors. This is your company. This is your vision. And together we're really creating a mark. And what we'd like you to do is to share your photo, your all-in photo, to our Facebook page. And we're going to be picking from various ones to actually show you on the webcast and how you have gone all in. We've got some great surprises that's coming up over the next 2 months. Just stay tuned. The momentum, the excitement is going to continue to build and build and build all the way up to September the 21st. And so post your picture of showing how you're all in with Solavei. And you know, they brought that picture, that photo, probably many of you, where this whole all-in thing happened and where the name got brought up to the surface, where I was jumping headfirst into a little 3-inch pool of water there in Las Vegas to show, you know what, I'm all in. And you know what, so many of you and the top members across this country, from Stacy Wallace to Nathan Gooden, to Gary Craig, to Jerry Foster, to Jerry Ryan Foster, to Jose Miranda, to Roxanne Hand. I could just go on with the incredible people we have across this country that every day show they're all in with Solavei. And you know what, I'd like to see exactly how you're all in. And we're going to have fun with it. Well, just a couple quick updates. Is to share with you tonight is Marketplace is coming. Launching on September the 21st, and every day I get more and more excited about this because, you know what, just by you becoming a member of Solavei, just by you getting commerce less expensive, meaning $49 a month, less than what you've been paying before, the benefit you're going to get, no membership fee, no having to go spend $99 or $49 for a membership fee at Costco, not having to go and spend $349 to sign up for something just because you said yes to Solavei. We're going to make that even more valuable to you. The first stage of Marketplace is all about giving you, all of our members, hundreds of thousands of our members, increased value by being a part of Solavei, making your membership worth that much more. The national and local offers, and I've been, in fact, myself partaking in some of them, and it is really, really exciting to see how you can take the money that you have and actually help it go further, all because you're part of Solavei. Offers and location and online from some of the leading merchants from across this country. We started with mobile. We're immediately moving now on September 21st and bringing to you retail, bringing to you Marketplace, and it is going to be nothing short of exciting to all of you that are part of this on September 21st and a part of Solavei. Now, what's great with this as well is when you see some of the merchants that are aligning with Solavei, the brands. I know a lot of you already have seen and heard about First Data, the largest transaction processing company in the world, over $1.4 trillion in transactions annually, have aligned, have partnered with Solavei. to create a movement, to create a social commerce revolution. That's what you're part of. That's what you have in the palm of your hands. What also we have as far as some of the key updates is in Solavei.com and my Solavei improvements, everything from making enrollment easier. Now you can qualify your members at Solavei.com before enrolling. You can check their coverage, porting information, handset compatibility, online compensation now. The statements are available. You can view your statements online directly in my Solavei. We've now got simplified sharing. We've simplified the sharing content that you can now quickly and easily share Solavei with others. There is so much happening. We have 2 key releases happening over the course of the next 60 days that I believe is going to transcend this platform and what this platform has done to create an easy sharing and conversion environment for all of our members. We have more and more tools and resources coming up all the time. You know, get in, get social, get free. Obviously, is a statement that we talk about often. You go to Share Solavei Connect and connect.solavei.com. You can go to Outreach Manager, my.solavei.com, and see all the new content, everything that is there. The new marketing kit that just came out a couple of weeks ago. I heard from a CEO about a week ago from a very large multi-billion-dollar company. He said it was one of the most professional, one of the most information-equipped information toolkits that he has ever seen. The quality, the branding that's associated with this, but more importantly, the information and content to help you and your members do more. I encourage you to get it if you haven't got it yet, because it's incredible. We put a lot of investment in it, and we put a lot more in there as far as cost to make sure you had the value in the palm of your hands. You know, all of this is good. All of these things are great updates, but you know what this is really about? It's about our members, and it's about what's happening every day with our members. And you know, I've heard some great stories over the course of the last several weeks, and far too many to be able to share with you on tonight's broadcast. But tonight I've asked to be with us on this webinar. I've asked Ryan and Bree Floyd from Dover, Florida, if they would take a moment and tell you a bit about what's happened to them, because their story has impacted me, and I know it's going to impact you. Ryan, Bree, are you with us?
Yeah, hey Ryan, can you hear me?
I can. Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, so we heard about Solavei for the launch in September, and we immediately switched both of our lines. We were spending about $100 a month, and within about 2 weeks, just by sharing, we were using as our mobile service, we were able to completely eliminate our cell phone bill. And as the firefighter, paramedic, and Bree staying home with our 3 kids, we really watched our budget very tight. We wanted her to be able to stay home and homeschool our kids. That's something very near and dear. So at the time, I was working extra shifts to be able to make that a reality. And so what initially turned into free mobile service, we just kept sharing with people, and within 90 days, we were making an extra $1,000 a month.
Wow.
It literally changed our family's finances.
Wow.
And you know, it actually eliminated the extra shifts that I had to work, and we're so thankful for Solavei. It's truly blessed our family so much.
Ryan, thank you so much, and I sure look forward to seeing you here in a couple of months when we're there in Florida and shoving off into the Caribbean. Please tell Bree I said hello and give her my very best.
Well, do. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go right now to Perla Gerardo. Are you with us, Perla? Perla, are you with us? I know we've got Perla standing by.
Hello?
Perla.
Hey, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed to be part of Solavei.
we're blessed to have you a part of Solavei. Perla, tell us what's happened to you.
Well, I joined Solavei last year. I was just, switch over for the savings as everybody else. First it was just for the savings, and I went to the event on the March in Dallas, and I'm coming back home. I just decided to do business, for me, for my family. So just last month, I qualified for $1,000.
Wow!
And
Yay!
It And my message is for the people, that just, I am diagnosed with lupus. So basically, I cannot stand on the heat because of my condition, but I always do it because I want to have an extra income for me and my family. So it's just like I recommend for the people to no matter what, go out there and share the service, share the savings, and no matter what, nobody's going to stop us. I'm a social thousand guy, and next month I have PC1 come as social thousandaire.
Wow.
As well. So I'm just, I feel blessed to be part of Solavei.
Oh, I love it. Ferla, thank you so much. And again, we are so thankful that that you're with us and helping us build Solavei and carrying this message to so many. Thank you for that. And congratulations on becoming a social thousandaire. Well, let's go down to Dallas, Texas. I know David Lewis. I just keep hearing this name over and over and over again because of what's happening throughout Dallas and frankly that whole region. David, are you with us?
I am, Ryan. Good evening.
How are you, David?
Fantastic, and really glad to have this opportunity to visit with you and just share my little story. I mean, I'm just so excited. I got to tell you, like you, Ryan, I'm married to a very smart, beautiful, astute woman. She's my Abigail, for those who are Bible readers. She's one of those people that you can truly call an internet maven. She has an MBA from SMU and is currently finishing a PhD in social media. Ryan, she came home to me one day and said, "There's this buzz going on the internet and social media. You got to take a look at." And I got to tell you, I did, and I got really excited. If someone that formerly worked for the U.S. Treasury Department National Banking Examiner, I was accustomed to looking at companies, the management team, their capital structure, and business model. I can say that I was totally impressed with Solavei management team. And the team of investors you've been able to put together, all of you guys coming together with this revolutionary business model that we now call social commerce. And when I saw it was centered on the phenomena of cell phones that's changing life for us even faster than computers did, I got in. And I'm telling you, I'm really excited because I'm seeing you tonight in the Star Trek movie theater in Irving, Texas, where we hold our regular Tuesday meeting. We also have a second meeting going on the eastern side of Dallas over in Mesquite.
Wow.
There's a team over there that's tremendously excited about what's going on. And I can't fail to mention my guys up in Roanoke, and then we got a team down in Laredo that's blowing it up. Ryan, this has been an exciting time for me. And I just want to share with you that I'm actually at the point where I've reached 3,300 enrollments this weekend.
Wow.
And we're really very close to getting over about 500 trios and becoming a social connector all before the time we get to Seattle in September.
Yes!
So more important than all that, my next exercise is the fact that, Brian, you're giving me a chance to be part of a team of people, amazing people, that have joined me in working with Solavei and committed to improving the quality of life of everyone we come in contact with, everyone we introduce to this concept. We call ourselves the 1K Club because we have the goal of becoming a 1K factory here in the Texas area and around the country, creating more thousandaires than anyone else. We're excited.
I love it. David, you're awesome. And I actually, about 2 weeks ago, I kept hearing some of the things that was going on in Dallas, and I got to tell you, it's a great example of what's happening beyond tonight and share with us a little bit about that because it's a great example of what's happening in thank you for being all across this country. Please tell everyone there where you are. Thank you for being a part of Solavei, and I look forward to great, great things together in the coming months and years ahead. So, hopefully that just gives you a sample, and they in fact just brought me page after page after page of things that's on Facebook and Twitter just from the last 24 hours of people posting of what Solavei is doing for them. And I could spend time right now just, everything from car payments that are being taken care of, from gas being paid for the car, from insurance being paid, for braces for the kids, for being able to stay home because now they don't have to have a second job and they can be at home at nighttime with their kids, all because of an extra couple of $100s. To paying for birthday presents for the kids. There's so many things happening that's so much more than mobile service, so much more than just being a part of a social commerce revolution, a platform. It's what it's happening every day in lives across this country, and that's why this company was created. So, tonight, here's what I want to leave with you. The city takeovers are happening. We're going to be in 26 cities across the country. We now just announced the new 7. That means 18 cities have been taken over. So I encourage you, if you're in one of those cities, light it up. But don't wait for one of the city takeovers. Start lighting your city up now. Be the brand every single day with Solavei. Number 2, build to the Solavei Bash, just like I'm doing tonight. Just like you're going to continually see Solavei building to that September 21st, all in, Solavei Bash, broadcasted live from Seattle, Washington. Start booking your bash now. Whether it's at your house, whether it's at your office, whether it's at a community center, or whether it's at a church, or whether it's at an event center because you know you're going to have 500 to 1,000 people. Get the location now. Start building toward that event because it will be historical, what takes place that night. And every person that's there, Solavei members and those who are going to be Solavei members, will be a part of that. And a year from then, it'll be amazing to see what happens with their networks and what happens to their lives because you had them there that night. So get the location, get it booked, and start building toward it now. The next is the high 5 and get 25. Take advantage of it between now and midnight tomorrow night. Take advantage of that for yourself as well as new members that you bring in can take advantage of getting $25 put on their Solavei pay card. And then what I'd encourage you to do right now as well is we have on the Solavei Facebook page, so facebook.com/Solavei. Go right now between now and tomorrow night. I encourage you as many times as you can, share this graphic. Share the welcome to the era of free mobile service. That's obviously the first service that we started with, and you know what's coming. So many don't. But just because they're here and they shift their behavior from being with T-Mobile or Sprint or AT&T or Boost or Straight Talk, and because there was Solavei, because that communication conduit will have been created. Every time another service comes on, they're going to benefit and you're going to benefit. So go on, start sharing it. Let's share it as much as we can. Let's put a heat spot all over the social graphic around Solavei because you are the ones that have created this. It may have been a vision, but you're the ones who've actually fulfilled the vision. And I'm so thankful that I get to be arm in arm with you every day, all of us here at the corporate offices that come in early, leave really late. We're just servants to this vision and to ultimately to all of you across this country because ultimately for us, we want to see millions of people's lives positively impacted. That's why we do it. And I know that's why so many of you people do it as well. Thanks again for being a part of this tonight. And more importantly, thank you for being a part of Solavei. All in, and I look forward to seeing you on September 21st. God bless.